Hello guys to a new brand video. So in this video we're gonna learn how to download different files with React, files such as PDFs, JPEGs, PNGs, SVGs, and basically every single type of file you could download it with React. So we're gonna learn that in this video. So before we dive into code, let me show you a quick demo about this application. And by the way, I know it's a small feature, but it's very useful. For example, you could use it in your portfolio website where you put your resume, and the clients will be able to download that resume. Okay, so in this screen in this UI, we had three buttons. This button will download a PDF file. This will download a picture of type JPEG, and this will download a SVG picture. Okay, so let me try the download PDF button. If I click it, I'll save it. Let me show you the result. Okay, and indeed it downloaded a PDF file. It's my resume. Okay, now the download JPEG, save, let me open it, and indeed it downloaded a picture of mine. Okay, and now the download SVG, it will download an save and open it, and there you go. This is the SVG picture of the logo of Vite. Okay, so now let me close this, yes, and reopen it. And we're gonna create the React app with Vite. So npm create Vite at latest. Okay, and I'm gonna name it React document, or download files. Okay, so what's going on in target directory is not empty. Remove an existing file and continue. Yes, I don't know what is that. I guess I think I already had a folder with that name. Okay, the package name. So React, we're gonna use TypeScript, and there you go. So let's clear the screen and npm cd into React document or download files. Okay, and I will run npm install to install the necessary dependencies, and that may take time, depends on how your internet fast. Okay, and there you go. Now I'm gonna open the project in the Visual Studio Code by typing code dot means the current directory. Okay, so there you go. Control G to open up the integrated terminal, the Visual Studio Code integrated terminal, and I will run the script npm run dev to run the application, and there you go. And let me close this and open up and reload, and there you go. This is a basic application of React and Vite. Okay, so let me go to clean up a few things. For this, we don't need this. I'm gonna place it with a snippets to create a React functional component. Okay, so and there you go. Indeed, it changed. Okay, also so for styling, we're gonna use Tailwind CSS. So come here and type React Vite Tailwind and go to the documentation and follow step by step to be able to use Tailwind CSS in your project. Okay, so the first thing is npm create to create your React app with Vite. We already did that, so let's jump to the second step, which is installing the Tailwind CSS, post CSS, and auto prefixer dependencies. Okay, so let's try this one, and I'll open a new bash, and I will run that script. Okay, and there you go. Let's go to the next step. Okay, npx tailwind css. This will create a tailwind config.js, and there you go. This is the configuration of tailwind. Okay, so the next step is to change that file, to change the content. Okay, let's go to tailwind css and change this content by the pasted one. Okay, cool. And then add the tailwind directives to your css. So we're gonna change the tailwind css file. Okay, so this is default styles, we don't need it. Okay, I'll change it with this one from tailwind css, and we need to shut down the server or the application and restart it again to be able to see the changes. Okay, so npm run dev again, and let me take this example to see exactly if tailwind css works properly or not. Okay, so hello world, and indeed it works because of the underline. For example, if I change the text to red, for example, and there you go, perfect. So now we're gonna prepare a few data. Okay, so I'm gonna create a new folder called data, and that folder will contain the downloadable files.ts, and that basically just a variable with the same name, downloadable files. It's an array of objects. Okay, and each object is basically containing an ID, the ID of the image or the file, sorry, ID of the file name itself, and we need some. I'm gonna put my PDF and SVG and JPEG files in a public folder. Okay, so let me open my file explorer, and I'll take this one and I'll put it here. Also this one, and the last one is that I don't know, the PDF, the GPG, also the SVG logo. Okay, perfect. Let's rename them quickly. Okay, which is, for example, this is, I'm gonna call it just CV. Okay, and this, I'm gonna call it just this one, I'll call it just profile, and this, we don't need it, we already have it, this logo, this one. Okay, so let's go back in the downloadable files in the data folder, and we're gonna name just this name. Okay, the name of the file, so cv.pdf. okay, and two other files, the ID is gonna be 2. I'm hard coding them. Okay, so profile dot not profile, this is CV, and this is profile.jpg. okay, and this one is gonna be the vt.svg. also each file contain a type. This type is PDF, the type of the file, and also the downloadable file name. Okay, the downloaded file name. Okay, so this is, I'm gonna call it CV, just CV, and I'll copy paste these two and I'll move them here. So this type is gonna be GPG. jpg, and the type, the name is gonna be profile picture. What's going on? Oh, okay, this is the comma, and let's move them also here. I don't need this. Sorry. What's going on? What I did? Okay, this is the third one, and this is not. This is just a vit dot svg and a file. Okay, let's get rid of this. This is an svg, and the downloaded file will be just vit svg. Okay. And let's export that variable. Also, I'm gonna create a type for that, for a single file. I'm gonna create a folder called types. Okay, and inside it I'm gonna take a t file.ts, and I'll export the type of t file, and each file contain an ID of type number, and the file name of string, also the type, also a string, and the downloaded file name is a string also. Okay, and we're gonna need it in the data, I guess. So this a downloadable, and this is a type of this is an array of t file, array of t files. Okay, so in the app.tsx we need that downloadable files array, so I'm gonna import the downloadable files array from the data, and I'll remove these class names for now, and I'll change the h1 with a div. Okay, and inside that div I'm gonna create, or I'm gonna loop through the downloadable files. Okay, so sorry guys, just wait. Okay, so if I'm gonna check just download files dot length, if there is downloadable files, then loop through them. Downloadable files dot map, I'm gonna map for each file. For each file I'm gonna render a component called download file, and I'm gonna create that component now. Okay. Each component should have a key. Okay, key, it's gonna be the file.id, also the file itself. Okay, and there you go. So this file should be of type t file. Okay, and I'm gonna create a new folder called components, and inside that component I'm going to create a new file called download file ts, and I will run the script or the snippet download file. So in that file it's going to take an href, which is an a tag. What's going on? Parsing regular expression. What's going on? Is this? I don't know. So this file takes as a props the file. So the file also of the file of type t file. Okay, perfect. So what's going on here? Binding element download file. Okay, so let me first import this download file. Okay, I don't know what's going on here, so let me grab this, Control E, download download files, and let me figure it out. So binding element file implicitly has an any type. Why? So let me try to find what's going on. Well guys, the problem here is I'm trying to write some GSX code or TSX code, but the file extension name is TS, not TSX. So the problem is this. There you go, I fix it. Anyway, so the download file take as a props the file itself and that file of type, so the file of type AT file. Okay, so I'm gonna render out, instead of div, I'm gonna render an A tag, and that A tag takes an href. Okay, so the href will be the file name. The file name also take another attribute called download, and that download, it's gonna be file downloadable file or downloaded, I don't know. So let me look for something. Okay, so downloadable file, this is the name. We go back and there you go, file dot downloaded file name. Perfect. And this should be also the file dot type, file dot type, and here we could say, for example, download PDF, or I don't know what the type is, file. Okay, perfect. So we need to rerun clear, rerun the app, npm run dev, and again, and there you go. These download PDF file, download JPEG file. There are some styles need to be applied. So let me go to the app.tsx first. I'm gonna add some class names. The first one, the class name, the first one is gonna be the height, is gonna be the full screen, height screen. Also it's gonna be a flex box, the justify center, and I'm gonna take a little bit of padding of 20, for example. Also the background will be this color. We could use this color, for example. Nah, it's not. Background, this color. Okay, and the text color inside it, it's gonna be we don't need it anyway. So that's it for this div. So let's move to the download file.tsx and add also some class names. So it's gonna be a, I don't know, padding y, it's gonna be, for example, 5. Also padding x of 20. Perfect. And a background is gonna be this color, for example. No man. So the problem is width. So let me specify a height of, for example, this height. Or also I'm gonna, okay, let's go back to the app.csx, make some gaps between each element of gap 7. Okay, perfect. And the height, it's gonna be also 7 here. Okay, 7, and the box will be flex box, and the align center, align, where is it, the items center, items center, perfect. And also padding x, or padding, okay, so padding x is 20, so the height, let's make it bigger, and I'm gonna make it rounded of x large, perfect, or large, just rounded large, there you go. So now we need to, when we hover over a button or a link, okay, we need the background to be this one, for example, from 500 to 300, and the pointer, the cursor will be pointer. Okay, there you go, perfect. Also we need to ease in out the movement, okay, and the duration, it's gonna be 1000 milliseconds, which means a second. So when we hover on a button, the background color will be changed from that from the initial color to the white color in 1 second. Okay, and perfect. So now let's try to download this PDF, and let's click, and immediately let's save, and there you go, the file is downloaded. Perfect. Also, let's download this JPG file, let's save, let's see the result, and indeed it downloads. So download the SVG, it will work absolutely, and there you go. So that's it for this video. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoy this video. Don't forget to subscribe and give me your feedbacks